Hello guys, I'm Charlie.
I'm Lukas, and today we are gonna talk to you about a game called
Sacrifice Protocol.
Yes, so it's a game in which humans try to not go insane and in which monsters try to internalize humans and make them go insane. As obvious, we have human roles in this game and we have monster roles in this game. If you're playing 6 of you, then you're gonna have 3 humans and 3 monsters. If you are playing only 4, then you are gonna have 2 humans and 2 monsters. You also need a game master who is gonna make sure that all the rules are followed. The game takes place in a mall, and this mall basically has some supernatural influences. These are the monsters. The monsters are humans who already went insane, and there are more humans who might go insane but also might not. For humans to win this game, they have to get normal objects from monsters and deliver them to the altar. Altar are these 4 tiles. And the goal for monsters is to prevent humans from doing so and to make them go insane before they can deliver the normal object to the altar.
Okay, now let's set up the game. To set up the game, first we need to split the roles and characters. The Game Master will take the same amount of human role cards and monster role cards. We'll mix them together and each player will draw one of them as their roles. Then, the player will take 2 of the corresponding character cards and select one as their characters. And for each human player, you'll get 5 sanity points. If you lose all of them, you'll go insane. We'll explain it later. Next, choose one of the attack meters and set 1 on the top and 0 at the bottom. You can put your character cards on top so you can see your ability all the times. Then, take 2 furniture cards from the furniture pile and, including your human role cards, put them on your card holder. And last, take your human token with the same color with your attack meter and put it on any one of the spots with fingerprints on the map. As for the monsters, you'll take one of the normal objects which human wants, so you need to keep them safe, and 2 corrupted objects and put all of them on the card holder. And similar to humans, you'll get your attack meter with 1 and 0, and you can get your monster tokens and put them on any one of the spots with a T's on the map. And now, let's start the game. The game is placed in turns in clockwise order. The youngest player will start, and each player can only do their actions during their turn. At the beginning of each player's turns, you need to roll the dice and move in any direction possible on the map, based on the number. You may also use the portal at the corner of the map. Let's use it now.
Portals add more unpredictability to the game and thus also more fun. They enable you to have more choices to move on the map. Basically, there are 2 pairs of portals on the map. One is this with the red color, one is this with the steel color. And essentially the way how it works is that the portal allows you to enter on one side and exit on the other side of the same pair. It does not count as a tile. So for example, if we have a human here and the human rolled 5, they would basically go 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So the portal doesn't count as a tile.
Okay, back to your turn. Next, you apply the effects of the tile you land on. Different effects will be applied in different tiles. Monster can get corrupted objects from the corrupted tile, and human can get furniture from furniture tiles. But remember, the maximum number of furniture cards for humans and corrupted object cards for monster are 4. If you already have 4 furniture cards or corrupted objects, you can get nothing from these tiles. Both human and monster can get action cards from the action tile, and if they are in a trap, they cannot move in the next round. There are also safe zones for humans to gain sanity points, and there are altars which humans can offer normal objects to win the game. And next, you can do as many following actions as possible. You can use your character's abilities written on your character card. You may also use action cards you gain from the action tiles. And most importantly, you may attack your opponents. If there are 6 players, you can only attack your opponents in the range of 4, which means they are within the tiles of 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. The attack range is 6 when 4 players plays. The process of attack is point at the amount of cards in your opponent's card holder. If it is normal objects, you may take it to your holder. If it is furniture cards or corrupted object cards, you may destroy them, and human will lose 2 sanity points if it is their role cards. Attack is the only way human can get normal objects from a monster, so be brave and attack them. And at the end of your turn, remember to update your attack meter. If you stop attacking for a long time, you'll damage more from attack. You may see the details through within the menu.
Now let's talk about how you can get kicked out of a game. So if you are a human and you lose all your sanity points, so you have 0 sanity points, then you go insane and you became internalized by the monster. This means that you cannot move anymore, your turns will be skipped, but the monsters also cannot attack you. Essentially, you are out of the game. Your attack meter will also not increase based on the rounds, but it's not lost and over yet. If another human comes exactly to your tile, they can basically bring you back to life. You get 3 sanity points and you can play again as if nothing happened. Now, if you are a monster, the way how you get kicked out of the game is a bit different. It happens when you enter a so-called restricted state, which happens when the number of corrupted objects that you have is lower than the number of normal objects. So for example, if you have 1 corrupt object and 1 normal object, then you are still not restricted. But in case you have only normal object but no corrupt object, then you become restricted. When you become restricted, you cannot move, you cannot attack, basically your turn is skipped and your attack meter also doesn't update anymore. But if a monster comes exactly to your tile, so for example here we have a monster and another monster comes to exactly this tile of the restricted monster, then you gain 2 corrupt objects and you can play again as if nothing happened. Let's talk about store events. Store events do not happen in the first round to let everyone kind of get into the game, but from the second round, store events happen every round. So the game master in the beginning of the game is gonna put the cards of the stores, basically store location cards, randomly next to each other. And then from the second round, the store events are gonna start taking place. So in the second round, you take from the store event cards 1 card and you put it to the first leftmost card from all the store cards. Then in the next round, this event is gonna move to arcade. So the same principle will apply to arcade, which is yellow tiles here. And then we are gonna take a new card, new event, that is gonna apply to supermarket now. If we already have all the cards, all the events for the stores, then we simply, when going to the next round, we are simply gonna discard the rightmost event card back to the pile, move all of them by 1 as always, and then add another one to the leftmost store. And this basically happens then throughout the game. It allows some sort of strategy because you can plan what is going to happen in each store. You can predict, you can basically see it. You can plan your moves if there is something that you don't want to happen to you and you're in that store and a certain event is going to come to that store. You should leave before that takes place. And yeah, it also strengthens the idea of the mall because you have to look at where are you in which shop and what is happening in which shop. So that was me, Lukas,
and Charlie,
and our game Sacrifice Protocol. Thank you for watching and happy playing.
Goodbye.